Hey, this is Ryan, and today I'm going to show you 4 kinds of bodyweight exercises that most home workouts neglect. And if you look around, you'll see that the vast majority follow the same tired template of high reps of push-ups, squats, planks, and burpees, which are really just more push-ups and squats. Now, there's nothing wrong with those, but if that's all you ever do, you're going to run into problems. I'm talking about things like shoulder pain, tight hamstrings, and even a weak back. Why is that? It's because those exercises are only working the body in a couple of directions. There's no rotation. There's no shoulder range of motion. There's no lateral movement, no coordination, nothing to keep your body loose so you don't end up with back pain. I'm going to be honest with you, just like most of the food they sell at the grocery store isn't actually good for you, most of the workouts you'll find here on YouTube aren't going to give you a balanced training diet. So don't get me wrong, there's some very strong people on there and some very smart ones too. But they're really kind of just slaves to the YouTube algorithm. So the most popular videos you're likely to find are aimed at the majority of people who don't really know what they're doing. So in this video though, I'm going to show you 4 examples of bodyweight exercises that won't injure, won't lose effectiveness, and won't get boring. Now at the end, I'll also tell you where to get a full example workout that uses all of these and includes some adjustments to make some, easier adjustments for you or even make them more difficult depending on your own level. Sound good? Cool. Well, let's get into it. Now, the first exercise I want to show you is one called the Spider-Man. Now, it looks like this. And that's it. Now, it's a great one for building pushing strength, obviously. But unlike push-ups, it's also great for rotational strength and coordination. So as you can see, it's forcing you to coordinate your upper and your lower body. Now this is how we actually move our bodies naturally outside the gym, right? So if you're looking for functional strength, you can actually use, this is a fantastic move. Now next up is the crab. Now this is what the crab looks like. And of course there's different variations, but you can see right away that I'm using my shoulders in basically the opposite direction I did with the Spider-Man. And this helps to develop your shoulders more evenly and keeps them from getting stiff from just doing the same thing all of the time. And this is going to build better wrist, arm, and core strength, as well as further improving your coordination, which, as I mentioned earlier, is important for how we actually move outside of the gym. Now, you probably did this one when you were a kid, right? But don't underestimate this move. Along with our shoulders, most people have tight hips from sitting down all day. So to build more strength and mobility in the hips, we're going to take a look at the walking frogger, which is our next movement here. So check this out. Now this is the walking frogger. And first off, if you're like most people, it's just fine to do this one on your toes and without going down really as low as I'm doing right here. So you can actually bring your butt up a little bit higher into the air when you're performing this particular movement. And so what I want you to do is just focus on taking smaller steps and working to sink down just a little bit further into that squat each time. Now, you'll also notice that this is going to really strengthen the legs, but it's also where we're using each leg independently. So this is also something that's different than just these standard squats that you typically do. And since we're not kangaroos, instead of hopping, we alternate pushing with each leg when we walk and when we run, right? So the walking frogger builds your strength and mobility in the same way. So once again, check this out. Walking forward and walking forward. And so now you can see how not only strengthening the legs, but also improving hip flexibility, mobility, and coordination. Now, the last movement I want to show you also starts with the squat. I call this one the monkey 180. Now check this out. Now, when doing this movement, what you'll notice is that you can tell it's also like a regular monkey in there too, the monkey 180. But this is a variation of that monkey. And I'll tell you where you can learn that standard regular monkey in a couple minutes. But the reason I'm showing the 180 version here is because it's going to help build rotational strength and mobility. This is something that is sorely overlooked in typical fitness programs. Now, you might not be able to do the full 180. That's absolutely fine too. So even if you just do the 90 degrees from here and just pop into a 90-degree position, you're also going to reap the benefits. And that's good too because it'll give you feeling for the movement. Also, you don't have to squat as deep as I'm going to do right now. So check this out. What we're after is getting into a deep squat. But again, it's just important to work at your own pace when you're doing this. Just focus on placing your hand down to where it's comfortable for you, and then you can practice twisting your body into a squat position. So you can now see that these moves are going to be just as effective as push-ups and squats, but they go even further by working each joint in more directions. And when you want to work up to doing these continuously for several minutes, then you'll find that they're just as effective as burpees or other high intensity exercises for building cardio. And that's the thing. It's not a matter of how many reps, but looking at these and doing them for time. Again, working up to being able to do these comfortably is going to really give you the best benefits. And the main difference is that we're doing all this in a way that doesn't make you tight, doesn't put too much strain on your joints. These make your body not just stronger, but healthier. Now, if you want to see a full workout using these exercises, along with some different variations that might be a better fit for you and kind of match your level, well then we're going to have that over on our website. You can go check that out. Or maybe you just want to pick up a complete training program that incorporates these moves and others into a complete foundation for well-rounded functional fitness. If that's the case, then check out our Elements program, which is a full course you can do at home with zero equipment.